Hi guys, it's still the 21st of November, which means Thanksgiving is a week away, because today's Thursday. I tend to forget. Things just keep on moving on down the road, just like they got tires on, Oh. Yes, I've been wearing my bandana, but I thought I would take it off. I need to get the right shampoo. Linda, you said there was one. Tell me what it is, okay? Put it in the comments. Tell me which shampoo it is. Now, I know that when I was using um, I can't say it right, but the one that makes your hair big. Full. Well, what it does is it makes your little hairs all stick together, like ratting it. So when you go to brush it, you're pulling your freaking hairs out. So you don't want to do that. I mean, it might be that I can't do anything at this point, but when I left Dad's, I didn't have any more. I mean, I had a little bit of the shampoo. I've got the cream rinse of the smoothing. It's a smoothing shampoo that I was using, and it worked really good. Except for I still need curlers, which will help me to make it smoother. But they won't stick together like the volumizing. But I really haven't been doing very good with my hair. The shampoo is not the right shampoo. Actually, I have been using it a little bit, though. But what I want to do is get that oil, the castor oil, which is not what I've been using. I need to get that and just massage it into my scalp. And then I might have to get, I want to make some bonnets. I know that sounds weird. But when I was in the hospital last year, having reconstructive surgery, all these nurses were wearing bonnets. And I thought they were pretty nifty. It's just something that it's like a shower cap except for its material. And you can put your hair in it so it's not getting tousled and turned. And so I don't know if I'm breaking my hair off while I'm sleeping. Or I've been hot, okay? So then I used one of those scrunchies, put it up on my head. Well, that has an elastic in it. So that could be what was causing trouble. But yeah, I've got trouble with my hair, and I don't want to lose my hair, and nobody does. Nevertheless, I've got to do some research. I ought to have you guys do it for me. There's too much of it. Those, the, actually, she gave me some information to study on the pill that she wanted me to take. She wants me to stay on what I got, but if I got to travel here, there, and everywhere, I can get a pill and take it with me and not have to go see a doctor every time I turn around. I mean, it's nice to have doctors, but not when they cost you money. Anyway, I want to do something before I go to bed. So last I read was 1 Nephi chapter 9. I did find where I had done 8, but I had spelled it different. I'd put a 1 and a ST first. That's what it is. It's 1 Nephi. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4. But I don't write the chapter, I just write the number. Okay? So earlier today I read 9. 1 Nephi 9. Because I did find 1 Nephi 8. And that's the vision. Lehi's vision, the father, his vision of the tree of life. Excuse me. And then there's the components of this vision. There's a straight and narrow path. And next to it, on the right-hand side, is a rod of iron. And it's a railing going all the way down on that straight and narrow path, okay? So you can grab onto it. And then, on the left-hand side, on the other side of a river, there's this huge, big, spacious building. And everybody is partying. Looking like they're having fun, but I got a feeling they're not, okay? Sometimes when we think something looks so fun, when you get over there, it really isn't. So anyway, there's this big and spacious building. And see, I'm going to be opposite of you guys, all right? But, so that, just tell yourself that's on the left-hand side. There's a river, and then there's that big, spacious building, stories high. And they're all over there partying, but not only are they partying, they're making fun of you. Because you're walking on the straight and narrow path and you're holding on to that rod. Well, that rod is the Word of God, okay? So these are the different components of this vision. And in front of you, as you're holding on to the rod and you're walking, but you're holding on so that you can stay right there on the path. In front of you is this mist of darkness, so dark that you can't see, so you're lost in the dark, like my paper that I wrote. But you put your hands on the rod and you walk along, and you're walking on the straight and narrow path, and you'll make it through to the other side. And when you do, off in the distance is this beautiful tree of life with this fruit that's beyond compare, that has a flavor that can't be described. It's just lovely, tasty. So that's the components of this dream. And it's a vision. I've had visions and dreams too. But what's going to happen is Nephi is going to ask his Father in heaven if he can see that dream. He wants to see the vision of the tree of life. And then he's going to come back and tell us about it. But he's going to have more details. Because, you know, all of us, when we look at something, look at it a little differently. And some of us have more of the details. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. You know, people think about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Why are their testimonies? Why are their words different than the others? Well, they saw things differently. And some of them were with Christ and some of them were not. At these different times when they're telling their stories, not everybody was there at the same time. So, you take all of it and piece it together, people. And you're going to learn a lot of things. Jesus taught in parables so that not everybody understood. And then his apostles didn't even understand, okay? So he would take them aside and teach them what he meant. So that's in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. In the New Testament, in the Bible, not the Book of Mormon. But Jesus walked around with those people. 3 years was his ministry. And then after he died and was resurrected, he stayed with them people. I think he would come and go, because not only did he stay with those people, I'm not sure about the time frame, but he came over here to this continent and taught these people. They were waiting for him. They knew. The people of God knew he was coming. It was told. It was in those brass plates. It was in the records, the things that they were taught. They were waiting for Jesus to show up. The great white God. You guys understand what I'm saying? So Jesus came over here and he stayed with these guys. I'm not sure which one he stayed with 40 days. So it doesn't really matter. He stayed with them for a while. He chose 12 disciples, just like he chose 12 apostles, 12 for each landmass, we'll say, okay? You got the great waters, the ocean that's in between the two. So in communication, God can do that. He sends angels, messengers to answer questions, to do things. Servants. They're his servants. And when you join the church, you become a servant too. My dad said something once to me once. I say everything backwards. You've heard that expression, what is an expert? It's a drip under pressure. Sometimes I couldn't really understand that, but I do. You're freaked out and you're under pressure, then the water just spits out. The pipe that burst, whatever. But the point is, the things that I'm reading to you out of the Book of Mormon were sacred things and also wars. So it was both. I'm hot. Oh, jeez. So, I'll get over that. So I'm going to see about reading 1 Nephi 10, which means I got to put my glasses on. And I'm not sure, there might be a whole bunch of verses. If there is, I might not do it, because I don't want to do it. I still have that headache. So let's see, let's go over here. I have gotten down on my knees and said my prayers. And thank the Lord. I thank the Lord for helping me. I see that he is. I had stage 4 cancer, which sounds horrible. But they said it would be. Like if it was lung cancer, stage 4, you might have 6 months to live. But with breast cancer, it's different. I don't know why. But my doctor over in Kennewick, she told me, because I asked her, I finally got the courage to ask, about how long do I have to live, okay? And she told me if I would stick with my medicine, my treatments, that I could live for many years. So stage 4 cancer doesn't always mean you're going to die right away. It means you're going to live with cancer. You're going to have things you need to overcome. Myself, I took ivermectin. It's a horse warmer. I was told a long, long time ago, about 18 years ago, that I needed to do a colon cleanse to kill parasites, okay? This man was 70 years old, and I was sent to him by my grandma, Smith. But that was his recommendation to me, was to have a colon cleanse. Kill the worms. There's all kinds of different, some of them look like worms. Some of them look like butter beans. Because I've seen them. But anyway, I believe that the ivermectin helped a lot. Because it is its job to kill worms. Worms in a horse. And I heard a veterinarian say they were giving ivermectin to dogs for worms, okay? But what happened was their cancer was cured. So you know what? I've been taking ivermectin for the last at least 2 months, maybe 3. I'm not sure exactly how long it was before when I moved in here with Nancy. I had already bought the ivermectin but hadn't taken it. But I took it a heck of a lot more than that horse is supposed to take it, because I'm thinking he's only supposed to have it either 6 months, every 6 months, or every year. So first time I took it, I probably took it 3 times because what I did, and this is 3 days in a row. The first one, I didn't do a whole lot. I didn't do a full dose. So I made sure I went and did that again. So if you decide you want to do that, if you have cancer, and it's good for other things, but definitely I think it helped. I think it helped a lot. I was so shocked with the results of my PET scan. It's like, wow. So it is my own personal recommendation that you try that. I did it, like, we'll say if I had full doses, okay, I did it 2 days in a row. And then I didn't do it for a while. And then I did it again 2 days in a row. And then I didn't have it for a while. But I have taken almost 2 full tubes, okay? Each tube will have 10 doses, so I have taken 10 plus 8, 18 doses over the last 3 months. It has not had an adverse effect. It didn't make me sick. And the other thing is that the FDA in 1996 approved ivermectin for human consumption. Okay, that's to tell you something, people. Anyway, I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to still take those blockers. I've got a blocker, a hormone blocker that's in a pill. And I haven't had, the only bad thing I've had is really bad is hot flashes. And they are miserable. But I have to stay on the ball because I forget to take my medicine. And then when I'm putting it all together and I'm in a hurry, then I've forgotten to put a pill in there. Anyway, I would suggest doing that. And all you gotta do is go to a feed store and go to the aisle where there's stuff for horses and buy that ivermectin. You'll see it's in a long box, and there's more than one kind. I mean, they both have ivermectin in it, but I'm not sure what the brands are. And I've already showed you my stuff several times, but I'll do it one more time. So far away, hey, hey, you're so far away. Anthelmintic and bocticide removes worms and bots, BOTS, with a single dose. So that's for a horse. You give the horse the whole thing. This syringe. Okay, when you first get it, this blue part here is way out here. It's just as long as this part. Okay, you take this cap off, and then you also, this thing right here, I would pull this out for a ways and twist it over. Anyway, so then you can push it down. Are you getting that? So you can push this part down and you'll get a dose. It'll be sticking out of here. And then I just pull it off with my finger and put it on with my tongue, and then I put a cracker in my mouth to help me get it out of my mouth. But anyway, $7.99. Some places it's more, okay? This particular box, and it was at a feed store, was $7.99 for 10 doses. I think that's pretty doggone good. So, 1,250-pound body weight of a horse. One dose gets rid of bots. I guess I'll have to look up bots. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I figure it has to do with them worms. So, I can't guarantee anything, but I can tell you I've only been doing it about 3 months, and look what happened. no active cancer. I'm not even sure. I mean, I thought maybe she said there was some in between my lungs, but I'm not positive. There might not be any. But of course, they want me to still keep taking these treatments. And my hair is thinning. This is my bangs from way up there. Then I don't know. It's just real thin. But what I want to do is get me some headbands that aren't abrasive, that won't be pulling my hair out. I need something comfortable. And I've been calling these things my brain cozy. But I would like something a little bit softer, like a knit. I was watching somebody make those. They used knit material. So any old who, I've talked to you for a few. I'm gonna keep on telling people about stuff. You know, I do believe that that's the ticket. There's, like I said, there's another box, different brand. It's got a different coloring on the box, but it's got the ivermectin in it. So, either way, stands for itself. So I'm thinking, that's what I was talking about, was I'm just thinking about the treatments they're got me on. And the words that they're saying, as long as you can tolerate it. So I was asking them, what do you mean by that? What does that mean? Okay? Because I would think in the very beginning you would know if you could tolerate it. But maybe it builds up over time. Maybe it's not so good. I kind of was told that I should do some investigating. So, we've got this. I don't think that'd make my hair go out, get out, come out. But, need to do something, that's for sure. And they're just worried about it coming back, about it being, I don't know what my right words are, but about it coming back, okay? So, I'm worried about that too. I'm going to do some investigating, make sure what those side effects are. But I know I've got side effects, okay? So, I was thinking, and I already said it, but I just want to make sure I said it. So, I've been thinking maybe I'll just do the hormone blocker that's in the pill that I'm already taking. And keep doing my infusion until they tell me to stop. Unless that infusion is causing me to lose my hair. I'm not sure which one is, but one of them is. And I'm thinking it's the hormone blocker, which is 2 gigantic needles in my butt. So I don't want to take those. Especially if they're the ones causing me to have thin hair. I'm very vain. I want to keep my hair. But you know what? If I can't keep my hair, I know they have nice wigs out there. I might look better in a wig. So anyway, what time is it? 23:44. I got a feeling this chapter is way too long. Dude, oh, it's not. It's only 22. My poor hair. I wake up in the morning and it's all twisted together, you know, it's all crumpled up. Especially if I'm sweating, it'll be behind my back and I'm tossing and turning and sweating and not cool. So, I think I will just go ahead and close this one out and do a separate one for this chapter 10. Things are good, okay? Things are good. I just have to make it through a few more hurdles. But to know that there's no active cancer, that thrills me. Thrills me no end because I really didn't expect that. I expected to come and find out that it had spread, that it was everywhere. But instead, it's inactive. Thank you, Lord. And I'm not being facetious. I already got on my knees and thanked Him. But it's okay. It's okay to ask for a miracle. Okay? I met somebody once that didn't think she ought to do that. And I'm going, no, you need to do that. I'll just suffer with whatever He gives me. No, you don't have to, people. He wants us to pray. We might not feel worthy of that, but then again, just know that you're Heavenly Father's child. And in so being, you're an heir to the throne. We are all heirs to the throne. And you don't got to sit over here and wait in line because someone else is already there. We are all here being tested and being proven for that status. You don't got to wait on the sidelines. And I would suggest that you do your best to love your fellow man and woman, not in a sexual way, but in a way where you'll help them like Jesus would help them. So, I'm going to close now. And I might not read any more tonight. I feel like I need to go to bed. So you guys take care. I just wanted to get on here and say, hey, I'm here. I know. But still, you guys take care and I'll try to do the same. I pray that everything falls into place. And I pray for you people out there. Someone said to me, how did she put it? It was the point where she said she wanted to know what my channel was all about. She said, you came up on my newsfeed, and I don't know why. And I didn't know why either, except for I know that someone's listening, and someone is sending it out to people of a like mind. Okay? They say, oh, listen to this woman. She can help this person out. And I can. Not financially, but I can inspirationally. I hope you guys go back and find my papers. Go back to the beginning. Put on your list, if you have a list started, Beauty of the Rose. Beauty of the Rose on Lose Touch. Always add on Lose Touch. Because there's millions of people out there writing stuff and videotaping, and I might not even show up. But if you put on Lose Touch, I'll show up, okay? And then you have to write it correctly. Like I found whenever it was I did that. I spelled first with a 1 and a S-T. First. But these last few that I've done, I've just put the number 1. And then space, and then Nephi, and, and then the number of the chapter. And read by Lou. On Lose Touch. So you want to get to my channel, okay? Instead of all these other millions of people's channels. Anyway, I'm going to close this off. And I'm going to watch a Christmas movie while I go to sleep. I hope you guys will have a good time with your families when you have your get-togethers. And I pray that I know what I'm doing, because I need to go to my place in Colorado. I need to go to my place in Kansas. I need to sell my truck. I need to get some cash. Yeah, I want some cash. So, I've got to make sure I do that right. Anyway, people, I'm going to say good night. I do feel like I need to go to bed. I'm kind of exhausted for some reason. I'm not sure. A lot of stress, maybe. Different things. So, I need to get all my stuff. I need to go through it and put it together. You know what? That's a good idea. My girlfriend just sent a message. She's not doing so well. I don't exactly know how to call it, OPCD or something. She's got some thing that will flare up at any time. You know, stress will cause it to flare up and stuff. But it's a breathing problem, and we need to breathe. We definitely need to breathe. So, I'm tired. And I'm going to say goodnight, people. I will get back on here in the morning, okay? So take care. Peace out, brother and sister.